Hi again, everybody. All right, let's take a look at this. Talk about this game. They hung around. I was very impressed with the first, I would say, 2 periods of this game, guys. Even though we were down, I was very impressed with UPL. There was a lot, and then the wheels completely fell off in the third, as we just seen. And I'm hoping, okay, that this might raise an eyebrow for Adams to really be aggressive tomorrow and tonight. And we'll see if the boys have some new blood in that dressing room in 24 hours from now. We're about to find out. I think some additions are needed. If we're going to salvage this season, we're still right in this thing, no matter what. But of course, we have key injuries, as we know. And we're going to have to really look at it, I think, guys, and really make a decision here tonight. Right now, is Adams going to make a decision and say, you know what? I think I've got to get on the phones. You know, as far as we know he was on the phones during the intermissions. Who knows? But you know, I was really, really happy with UPL tonight, guys. I know the score 7-1, but what I seen for about 40 minutes from him, you know, and I mean the wheels just fell off in the third period completely, emotionally, physically, call it what you want. The Sabres hung around this game. They skated with them. They hit with them. And it just goes to show what kind of year they're having and what kind of year we're trying to salvage. You know, I mean, this said a lot about our defensive play, that period. You know, just the Sabres, guys, we need help defensively. And we better look at this and make a decision. Because right now is the time. Right? We got until 3 p.m. tomorrow to make a decision here if we're going to try to rescue this season while it's drowning right now, or if we're going to just continue with the plan and move forward. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he does either, Adams. At this point, I could see where he could get emotionally caught up in what's going on right now, the last 2 losses, and say, we might not just be there yet. We might just finish out by an eyelash when it's all said and done, and that's going to frustrate the majority of our fan base, of course. But at the same time, guys, it's I don't want to complain about tonight. I liked what I seen for well over half a game in this. I did. I liked what I seen. I once they made it 2-0, I felt like, you know, we almost made it 2-1 a few times, and I thought maybe we could get back into this, but then the shorthanded goals and just the whole collapse at the end, guys. It's just a collapse. And the truth is, the way we lost, it didn't really frustrate me, believe it or not. I would have been more frustrated losing this game 2-1 than like that. That is at least an eye-opener for our general manager to say, we got to make a decision tonight, what we're going to do, and make some phone calls and see what's out there. And I mean, there's still players out there, guys, so we can see maybe which way the Sabres are going to go. Again, I was very impressed with UPL. He kept us in this game early, guys. He was making great saves. I was really impressed with him tonight, actually. And I know we lost 7-1, but I was really impressed with him. I really was. What happened in the third was a complete team collapse. It just was everything, you know. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to go on and on and on about this, guys. I just think we should make a decision tonight and stick with it. You know, I mean, my guess is he's already made his decision, Adams, if he's going to be aggressive or not at this trade deadline. There is players out there we can inquire into. I mean, there always is every deadline. Do we get another goalie? I don't know, you know. But we should get aggressive with the opportunity, I think, this year of the Sabres maybe being able to make the playoffs. And I don't mean, guys, I do not mean aggressive trading our draft picks. No, absolutely no. No, there's pieces we can trade in the minors. There is, if we want to go after something high end. And I'm not thinking guys as high as Carlson. I'm not thinking something like that. But there is some players out there we could inquire about, I think. A little more sandpaper on this team is needed. We know this, but it's weird. I got mixed emotions with this. I know we just got slammed in this game, but it didn't feel like it for at least 50 minutes of it. You know what I mean? It wasn't till the end when everything just fell apart. So it's kind of rough, kind of a hard pill to swallow, but I'm very good at swallowing beatings like this. It's if we would have lost say 3-1 empty net goal, and we were dominating them in the third, that would have drove me nuts, that kind of loss. But a loss like this, it's like, hey, this Boston team is rolling, guys. They are rolling. So is anybody going to stop them at this point? My goodness, was I off calling them to miss the playoffs this year before the season? Like I had them missing this year. I just figured that age caught up to them, and that's just how I felt. I just thought the Bruins this year, and then they got off to a good, and especially you might remember Marchand was out early in the year, and I figured they would struggle coming out of the gate, and it was the exact opposite. But that's, that, folks, is their culture in Boston. Their culture is what basically propelled them into a really good season. They have a winning culture over there in that dressing room, and they maybe were thinking, you know what, we're going to show everybody they're wrong about us this year, because a lot of people were picking Boston, not just me, to not do that well this year, and they have been in a class by themselves. So, we'll see. All right, that's it. That's it for this one, guys. I am not going to be here in the daytime during the final hours of the, but I'll do a recap on the. We'll talk about the trade deadline. If I'm here before, I'll maybe try to touch base with you guys then, but I don't think I will be by 3 p.m. I don't think I'll be around. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Let it go. A loss is a loss, either way you cut it, but maybe this is enough to really kickstart Adams to get aggressive tonight. Maybe. That's all I'm saying. Maybe. He most likely won't. Most likely. But who knows? I'm going to be keeping my eyes on it. If we do make a deal, I definitely will do I'll do a video on it, absolutely, for sure. I don't care what time it is. This time of the year, I'm really into it. So I want to get back out there and actually see what's going on. Have a good night, guys.